Hey, Jason Rice from Lotpop for another LotParty show. Again, this whole concept of a LotParty show is no different than your physical lot, where you go out and get everybody, have a lot party on your physical lot, get everybody out there to the lot and move cars around to stir things up. We want to do that with your virtual world. And typically on this show, we talk about management and inventory management and stuff, but I want to go over some lead management. Doesn't matter if it's a phone in or floor up, but basically email communications to a customer and what we could do to control it. But before we do, I want to show you our feature dealer of the week, Burt Wolf Toyota there. William McCormick, he sent me in the plate with a nice letter and stuff, and basically he's a feature dealer of the week. If you guys want to see your plate up there for the show, send it to it. Go to lotpop.com, go underneath contact info, and or contact us, and our address is there. Send us a plate. As you see, we got tons of plates right here. We'll be the feature dealer of the week. Also, I'll give you a call and let you know I received it, and if we can set up maybe an interview with some best practices or things that you can bring to the industry that your guys are doing at the store that stands out. We'd love to hear from you. So again, shout out to Burt Wolf Toyota, and send us your plates and get you on the show. But basically today, what I wanted to go over is over the years, I did internet for 8 to 10 years, almost 10 years, I'm sorry. I was internet director for the last couple of years there. And but I basically grew up and started in 97, but grew up in the car business when I started by doing internet sales. We started doing internet in 98. But so what I'm going to bring to you is just some best practices that I've done over the time to earn an income selling car over the internet. But also, as we help dealers with inventory management, we also help with inventory or internet management to make sure those cars that are getting leads that are being handled. And some of these best practices I want to go over. There's two that I want to go over that I see a lot of people missing. Veterans or not, people have been doing it for a while. Sometimes they're skipping over these steps, and I think they're crucial to getting a long-term follow-up process, getting communications, and earning a customer's business online. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a phone pop that asks you to email them some more information, or a floor up that leaves that asks you to email you some stuff, or an internet lead. I want to go over some of the things that we do on these leads to help communicate better, get control of that customer, and again, ultimately get you more sales. So one of them that I want to go over is replies. I see a lot of dealerships not looking at or not replying to a lot of the emails that we get from a customer, not the leads, but the actual replies from a customer. And one of the things that we track, and one of the things that you should track, I know like something like Vin Solutions, you can go to the activity breakdown and see how many internet leads a rep received, or you can build a custom report to make sure you're just looking at good leads. But basically, how many leads did that internet person or salesperson receive email-wise? How many emails did they put, emails from a customer, that how many come in their inbox? And then how many they push out. So let's give an example. If I got 20 leads come in and I got 10 replies from my customers, that's 30 total emails coming in. So that outbox for me or that rep should be at least 30. That's a minimum. That's just answering what I got coming in. That's not leaving extra emails and phone calls that I'm doing and stuff like that, or added follow-up. But that's just a minimum. So 30 come in, 30 should go out. And the biggest one that we're missing is, just reply to a reply. I don't care what kind of reply it is. We need to reply back to it. I don't care if they say, you guys suck, I'll never buy a car from you guys ever again. I would say, sorry, you feel that way. I wish we could have earned your business, blah, 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 to whatever the story is. Or maybe they bought from a competitor, and sorry to hear that from you. Maybe we can make it up by giving you, taking care of you in our service department and giving them a free oil change or something. But always reply to reply, even if it was bought somewhere else. Or matter of fact, today was a good example. I was working with one of the dealerships, and the reply that came in, which all it said was out. So that I brought it to the attention to the dealership because no one replied back to the customer. And my question to him was, what do you mean? What do you mean they're out? Are they buying, delaying their buying? Are they upside down? Is their credit bad? Have they already bought something? So that's how I should reply to that customer. I need to ask the customer, okay, I got your email that you're out. I'm wondering, did you already buy something, or are you delaying your purchase? Leave it open-ended question, short and sweet, and get a reply. They might say, I already bought. Oh, sorry to hear that. Did you buy a car similar? Did you buy a 2015 GMC Sierra, or find out what they bought. Maybe they bought something else, or maybe they're delaying. No, I'm holding it off right now. I need to come up with some money down. I'm not going to do something at the beginning of the year. Okay, well, great. Now I'm going to reply back to that. No problem. I look forward to following up with you at the beginning of the year. Move that to a 3-month customer, or two-month lead, and follow up, and start following up in the middle of December going into January. And the other thing I notice on replies is we get too vague with our replies. And somebody might say, that car might be sold, right? They get a lead and the customer says, hey, I'm wondering if this is still available. A lot of times they just email back, sorry, that car's sold. One of the things I train people on when they're handling internet leads is imagine that customer has walked in the door and looked you in the eye and says, here, I'm here to see that 2006 Ford Escape. And you look at them and say, sorry, it's sold, and just turn around and walked away. And that's the equivalent of just emailing back, sorry, it's sold. Because you would not do that on the showroom floor. You would sit that customer down and say, I'm sorry, that car sold, but were you looking for cars, some of the cars in that price range, or are you just looking for that specific car? And they might say, well, I'm just looking for an 8 to 10 grand SUV. Oh, great, no problem. Sit down right here. I got a few. And so you would not do that kind of reply, sorry, it's sold, and turn around and walk away if they're on a showroom floor. And if you do, you need to work on your process. So we shouldn't do that in an email communication. We should say, sorry, that vehicle is no longer available, but here's some other, if you're looking for other SUVs, 8 to 10 grand, here's some similars that I have in stock, or are you open to other makes and models too? And see what kind of replies you get. Don't just send them back, sorry, it's sold, okay? So again, if you get, hey, out, no longer interested, email them back. Try to figure out why. Try to get that banter, get that going back and forth communications with the customer. So the other thing that I think is missed a lot, and it has to do with our replies. Well, let me go back to replies. I believe the response time to replies gets underlooked too. I don't think we look at that enough. And I think the response time to reply is as important or more important than the reply to initial lead. Now, don't send in all the hate mail saying I'm an idiot, but I know that the first person that gets a hold of an internet customer wins that battle. First one on the phone, call, email that customer, and so the response time is crucial. But hear me out. When a customer, let's just imagine a situation where the customer's off at 5 o'clock. And it's 4:30, and they start thinking, hey, you know what, I might want to stop by on my way home from work and look at some of these cars. And maybe he's looking at yours, and you're 20 minutes away, and he's also looking at one kind of on his way home, but he likes yours better. So they might email you and say, hey, I'd like to stop by today. I get off at 5. I might be there around 5:30. Is the car available? And he sits and waits for your reply. 5 o'clock rolls around, he's off of work, and he's going, I haven't heard back from him, so you know what, I'm just not going to risk the traffic. I'm just going to shoot by the one on my way home that's by my house and see what that one is. Hour or two later, you email him back, you don't hear from him. Later that night, the guy he checks his emails and says, sorry, I already bought, because he went on his way home and I didn't reply fast enough. I did it in an hour, but I didn't catch him in that 30-minute window that he was trying to get it done. So a response time of reply is crucial so we don't lose. And any internet manager that's worked deals know when you can get email communication. If I could have caught that customer within a minute or two, say, great, no problem, how the car pulled up, what time frame, are you coming at 5:30, click here for directions, and then link them into directions to our dealership. And then he would email me back, thanks, no problem, I'll see you then. Okay, now that might be the only reply I don't reply to, but you want to make sure you get that banter. Anytime you get back and forth in emails, those email type of leads, when we're emailing back and forth, a lot of those are stronger than phone pops. I'll take that 10, 15 emails back and forth. I'll take that over a phone pop majority of the time, because it takes a lot of time and effort to type up emails. So reply back to reply, get that communication going, answer with open-ended questions, no different than you would in the showroom floor. Don't just say, sorry, it's gone, no problem, we can't get you approved, and turn around and walk away. Can't get you approved, but do you happen to have a co-signer? Do you have any additional money down, or is another vehicle we can maybe look at? That type of stuff. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is hyperlinks. Hyperlinks to me is so crucial to your follow-up process. Customers on the internet are on hundreds of websites. We all know that. They're shopping all over the place. They're looking at review sites, Kelly Blue Book, Auto Trader, your site, other dealer sites. They're all over the place. We have no control of that customer. And when we're working deals on the showroom floor, a lot of times the manager might say to you, hey, get control of your customer, man. They're all over the place. You have no control of this deal. Let me go TO them, right? And so a couple things when we're on the showroom that we do as teasers to try to figure out if we have control of that customer, we might say, hey, folks, wait right here. I'll go get the keys. We go grab the keys and we come back and they're waiting there. We got somewhat control of the customer, right? But if they're out wandering around the lot, you have no control. So when you go sit down and negotiate, you have little control of that customer. And so I'm not talking about control by manipulation. I'm not a word track, this is our way or no way type of, I don't like scripts. I'm more of a track guy. And so when it comes to phones, I'm not going to go walk them through a script. I'm going to walk them through some word tracks, take the customer, figure out what they want, and then lead them back where I want them to go. And then they'll take me down another road, and I'm leading them back where I want them to go. So same thing with our email communications, and that's where hyperlinks come in. Not enough being used. And I've had helped internet managers, been doing it for a year or two, never really knew how to hyperlink. So I want to go over that because, again, it's just a way to take control of the customer. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take you live to a screen. I'm actually going to use my email communications. I'm just randomly here on Auto Trader right now, and I didn't want to point out specific dealers, so I'm just going to pick out a car. So let's say we get a customer, this is my website, and the customer wants a specific car. I want to hyperlink them to this page for this car, right? So when you go up here, you can obviously copy that URL, and a lot of people know how to do that. But what they don't know how to do is sometimes is the hyperlink, because some managers might just go in here and paste that link in, and that looks horrible in our email communications. So we don't want to do that. And then hear me out, you don't want too many hyperlinks in here too, because you can get blocked, so understand that. But you might have somewhere in your template, or you're going to type it up and say something like click here for more information. Now I'm going to highlight the word here after I copied that link, and there's a link right here in my emails that I can click on. Sometimes in yours it'll be a little globe with a little link on it. Okay, so I know like in eLeads and Vin Solutions, that's what it looks like on sites like that. And what you do is paste that URL right into the box that they ask you for. Okay, now I always do a new window target because I get mad when I look at a lead or an email and there's a link there, and maybe I'm looking at the news and then I change my mail and then I click on it and then I close out what I clicked on and it just took me away from where I was. Now I go back into my mail, so I always do a new window, so I'm pulling them out of where they're at, not to upset them. So now the word here is hyperlinked. So again, I want to be able to utilize that word, the word here, and I'm gonna put them wherever I need. Click here for more information. Also, I might say click here to view similar vehicles, and go back to my site and look for trucks between 20 and 25 grand, and then hyperlink them back to the word here to view similar vehicles, right? So I'm going to take that link and I'm going to hyperlink them to wherever I want them to go. Click here for direction, sorry. Okay, click here for trade application. Click here for credit application. So take the word and hyperlinks and take control of that customer. I don't want them to look at my car and go, that's a great car. I wonder if I get pre-approved. Well, that's a great car. I want to stop by the store, how far away they are from me. That's a great car. I wonder if they got something else, others in stock too. So take the word and word here, take the sentence, hyperlink them back to where you want them to go. Get them off of sites like AutoTrader, Cars.com. Put them on the sites that you want them to go to. If they want directions, send them back to your site. Don't have them go to Google looking for directions, okay? So that's just a little way to take control of the customer, take them off what mindset, figure out when they're reading your email, what's going to go through their head, and then put a link there and control that situation. If you end up sending them a price quote, they might think, oh, that's a great car. I wonder if I can get pre-approved. So click here to view more information on it. If you like this price, and if you want to get pre-approved, click here to get pre-approved. If you have a trade-in, click here to get trade-in. Boom, boom. Send them back to your site. Don't put them out there to have to go to Google to find that information out. So again, I hope this is helpful. To wrap things up, reply to replies. All replies that we get, hyperlink them, open-ended questions, okay? Get that communications. The more you send out, the more emails you send out, the more that will come into your inbox. I guarantee I see that week in and week out. When emails drop for the week, my inbox drops for a week. Push out that email, make it relevant though, open-ended questions, get them to talk back and forth to you, but also use hyperlinks to take control of that customer and get them from where they're at to where you want them to go. So I hope this show was helpful. Again, send us a plate. Go to iTunes, check out LotParty. Go to YouTube channel, Lotpop, see all of our tips and shows there. And then check out these guys on Auto Dealer Live. They're next. Thanks.